past the hour. According to the Minnesota DNR, there are anywhere between 12 and 15,000 black bears within the state, 3 of which can be found at the North American Bear Center in Ely.
The Director of Operations, Scott Edgett, joins us now live over Zoom to talk more about it. Scott, thanks for joining us. How are you?
Good morning. How's everybody doing down there?
We're doing good. Sorry to tell you that we don't have any snow left on the ground, which I know is not the case in Ely this morning.
No, we're kind of used to having snow still at this time of year.
Makes sense. Well, tell us about the center. Tell us about what you guys do.
Well, the North American Bear Center opened up in 2007, and I got to tell you, it was Dr. Lynn Rogers' dream to have a bear center, and what it did is it ultimately took and advanced the survival of black bears and bears worldwide by replacing myths with scientific facts. Now, that may sound boring to some people, but here at the North American Bear Center, from the minute you walk in the front door or pull into the parking lot, you see an awesome place. There's a lot to do here and a lot to learn. He's got his 50 years of research. It's just a place that we're able to show people what black bears do and how much fun they can be, at the same time respecting them.
And it's not just a place where people are going and it's like a museum. You guys actually have bears there. You have 3 of them, right?
Yes, we do. We got 3 bears now. We've had as many as 5. But at this time, we got 3 bears, and we're lucky to have Lucky and Holly and Tasha, and they're just fun bears to watch and to observe.
Tell us about them. How old are they, and what are their personalities like?
Lucky is 16 years old. He's from Wisconsin. He's a Packer fan. But I got to tell you, he is a very, very neat bear. He's calm. He's kind of like a teenager. He don't like to get up in the morning. Yeah. He's just really slow moving, but yet an awesome specimen to see. He's standing up on his hind legs. He's very tall. We got Holly Bear, who's 10 years old. She's kind of our dominant bear. In fact, she's kind of taken over the hierarchy in the whole place. She tends to run the show. Tasha Bear, 8 years old, is our youngest bear. She's been with us a little while. She's from Kentucky, so she's got Kentucky genes, which gets her up a little earlier.
Is it common for the females to kind of run the pack?
Yes, it is. They're just the dominant.
Just like real life, Megan.
Kind of like at my house.
Yeah, when she asked you that, I gave her a side eye like it was a surprise. I'm like, yeah, well.
Yeah, go figure. But no, they're really fun to watch.
So tell us, how did you get these 3 bears, and why are they with you guys at the center?
Well, all the bears have come for different reasons. Most of the bears have been, bears that we have rescued. Yeah, actually, all 3 of them are rescued bears. And I got to tell you, they were unreleasable to the wild. They were tried to be put back into the wild, and it just did not work. Mm-hmm. There's interesting stories that people can find out about each bear here at the Bear Center.
Cool. Okay, so we're seeing some video, and I don't know if this is current video, if this is past video, but are the bears at this point out of hibernation?
They are. In fact, they came out a little later this year due to the weather, obviously, and they've went in and out. They sometimes, will stay out longer. We just released Tasha from her pen yesterday. She's been up and she's been absolutely wanting to get out into the open acreage. So, yes, they are.
When they get up from hibernation, are they in super calorie intake mode, or are they tired and it takes them a while to get going?
It takes them a while to get going. They're not overly driven by food yet. Yet they will eat some stuff. Actually, they kind of play with apples and different things, birdseed, stuff like that. But they're really not food driven as of yet.
How long do they hibernate?
It varies. They anywhere from 6 to 7 months.
Oh, wow.
And it depends on the weather. Some of the bears go down early, some get up late. So,
what's their favorite thing to eat?
Well, each one of them's got favorite things. Lucky really likes eggs in the shell.
Like raw?
And of course, normal foods that we feed them, fruits and nuts. Tasha likes red grapes, really enjoys those. Holly likes watermelon. It's kind of varies.
There you go. Go ahead.
Are there some things that people can observe when they're seeing the bears there in the habitat that you've created, then that sort of carry over to if they have a bear experience in real life, if they should happen to have an encounter with a bear?
Yeah, you'll see a lot of things. We got a camping exhibit that'll let people understand what bears do when they're camping out in the boundary waters or camping around the state of Minnesota or wherever they may be camping and encounter a bear. But there's a lot of things that we offer them. They'll get to see the bears in the natural setting of the 2.5 acres we've got, and they'll get to see bluff charges. They'll get to see bears chasing bears. They'll get to see many interactions, and I can tell you, bluff charging at times can, if you're not ready for it, it can kind of set you back a little bit.
Scott, may sound like a silly question, but where do most of the bears live in Minnesota? Are they primarily northern, or do they ever venture down?
Their territory's been spreading a little bit more south, we've seen, but yes, the majority of them do live in the northern area, the northern one half of Minnesota.
Yeah, we had one in our neighborhood last year or 2 years ago, right in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
So.
Seems kind of rare.
Yeah,
we've seen them up north, but interesting. All right, real quickly, because we're just about out of time, kind of give us a little hint of what people can see when they go. I mean, if people are making the journey up from the Twin Cities or southern Minnesota, when they're at the Bear Center, they can get pretty up close to the bears, right?
They can get very close to the bears. In fact, they can get within feet of the bears. And we've got a viewing deck that they can see bears climbing trees. We've got different things that we have the bears do so people can see how they can climb and how proficient they are in climbing. We've got 50 years of research that Dr. Lynn Rogers has done that has made the Bear Center what it is today. We have just a ton of exhibits. We got a Four Seasons ecology hall that is amazing. It's right behind me here. We have a kids cup room that has a lot of interactive stuff. We have behind the scenes tours every hour on the hour, and we have live programs that we do 3 times a week.
Before you go, can you sort of let us know how the Minnesota bear population is doing? I know we do a lot about the moose population not really doing very well. How's the bear population?
There's about 12 to 15,000 bears, as they said at the beginning of the segment. And the bears they're doing good. They're sustained. The weather's been a little tough on them the last, couple of years. Mm-hmm. But otherwise, they're doing really well.
Well, Scott, thank you. This has been an absolute delight. We appreciate your time today.
Well, thank you, and we really appreciate you allowing us to be on here.
Yeah, the North American Bear Center does open this Friday, weather permitting. It'll be open daily through October, and prices are there on your screen. We do have a link posted with the seasonal hours on MinnesotaLive.com.